Thank you, Rita, for a wonderful start. And we heard about the importance of trusted messengers. And in India, what happens is that even healthcare professionals do have a slight ambiguity about the vaccine. And our next talk will emphasize on the importance of training. And this will be done by Dr. Priya Ganesh Kumar. Unfortunately, she could not be here due to health issues, but we have a video from her.
Hello everyone. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Priya Ganesh Kumar. Thank you for inviting me to present the training that which provides us empowering trusted voices as the national convener for HPV vaccination project from FOXI. So I present FOXI. So why prioritize cervical cancer prevention? This out of 10 cervical cancers in India are found late, and with 480 million of women in India are at risk for cervical cancer, which is the second leading cause of death among the cancers in the women. 1 in 53 women in India will develop cervical cancer in their lifetime. The WHO calls for elimination of cervical cancer, that is the world without cervical cancer, all countries to reach less than 4 cases per 1 lakh women years. So with the 90-70-90, if we are actually adopting the very intensive screening and vaccination in India, it is possible to achieve this elimination goal by 2070 as per shown in the graph. And it's only intensive vaccination beyond 21-20, but this is the current status in India. So when we talk about again 90-70-90, what is the current status? Intensity low. For the vaccination, 90% gap only 0.0 to 0.1%, and for screening 3%, and for treatment 10%. So FOXI, which is the Federation of Obstetric Gynecology Society of India, we believe in 3 actions. Action 1 is alert the physicians of which we do high risk of cervical cancer and then preventive goal in preventing it. Then recognize and share the successes in increasing HPV vaccination and finally make HPV vaccination physician champions. So the phase 1 training program which occurred in 2010, which was supported by HPV, by ACS and CFI. The master trainers trained were 191 FOXI master trainers when we could reach 10,800 FOXI gynecologists, and the impact on knowledge was knowledge of HPV increased from 86.8% to 96.8%, and that has been a positive significant change in recommending HPV vaccine and believes that HPV vaccine prevents cervical cancer. So the outcome was strong clinical foundation within FOXI, which paved way to phase 2. At present, what we are in phase 2 training program, where the FOXI now trains 50,000 IMA members across multiple specialties. So in phase 1, 99% of the core and master trainers strongly agreed that they felt confident delivering the training to other physicians, and 97% of the member physicians found the training content to be extremely useful. There have been a fantastic 6.5% positive shift of the HPV knowledge for the board trainers and 10.1% knowledge shift increase for the member trainers. So the phase 1 paved way to phase 2, at present we are in phase 2. And we are having an MOU with IMA. And here now, we have trained almost 1,616. 616 members have been trained, 12,616 members have been trained within IMA. And 136 master trainers have been trained as national HPV faculty. So we have 2 methods of training, virtual training and physical training. So training is an ongoing process, and so far we have reached 12,616 with 23% of the total target to be trained. So what do we have as a knowledge shift? So these are the preliminary results which I'm presenting in front of you. The mean knowledge scores improved from 5.17 to 5.55 out of 6. Distribution shifted markedly respondents scoring all the 6 correct rows from 41% to 65%. Outcome-wise improvement, understanding HPV transmission, that is misconception has reduced from 59.7% to 69%. Knowledge that HPV vaccine effectiveness decreases with age, again grows from 83.2% to 94.1%. And what would be the strong evidence that HPV causes multiple cancers and vaccine prevents cervical cancer? They still improve from near universal current responses to more than 97% of training, reduce the key misconceptions, and consolidated strong baseline knowledge. And so you can see from the graph from the and post test. We're talking about the beliefs and attitudes.
Yep.
Retraining beliefs were already supportive for more than 80% of treatment, but for all actives replaced to more than 97% post-training. Now, notable gains are made. HPV vaccine prevents cancer rose, from 86.9% to 96.8%, which is substantial. And most effectiveness when given at 9 to 14 years of age. It rose from 90.5% to 98.5%. This is indicating greater alignment with WHO and NTAD the recommendation, and stable high agreement was maintained for physician responsibility to recommend vaccines and inclusion in UIP as necessary for cervical prevention, and physician community must support rollout. So training reinforced the trust in HPV vaccine, efficacy, safety, necessity for public health rollout. We can see from the graph. When the confidence and practice and program evaluation, confidence and professional roles strengthened, ability to address parents' questions and concerns regarding HPV vaccine rose substantially from 77.4% to 96.3%. Intention to recommend proactively increased from 82 to 94.4%. And agreement on responsibility to recommend rose to near universal levels. So beyond knowledge training translated into higher confidence and intention to act, which is critical for implementation, which is seen in the graph. So the HCP plays a key role to overcome vaccine hesitancy. We also include the family-focused HPV education from, so because in India, you know that family is the main concern. And cervical cancer-free India, let's create the first generation numbers protected from HPV and cervical cancer. So thank you very much for inviting me as a to present the HPV vaccination project head first. Thank you very much.